Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my PCT What's in My Pack gear video that consists of my list of all of the things that I'm bringing with me on the PCT. So getting right into it, I'm going to start with the big three: my sleep system, my tent system, and my pack. I invested in the Enlightened Equipment Revelation. I find to be mostly warm. There will probably be some nights where I need a little bit of extra warm, so I also have a sleeping bag liner. This is just a cheap one that I got at an REI garage sale. It's a Thermolite brand. Oh, it's from Sea to Summit. It's the Thermolite line. I got it at a garage sale for like $5 because it has my hair gets like embedded and twisted up in it, so someone returned it for that reason. But it works pretty well for me, and that adds a couple of degrees of warmth to the sleeping bag. I have my Sea to Summit Aerolite pillow. Enough said. As far as my ground pad, because with a quilt you have to use a ground pad to insulate you from the earth, I've got this Climate Static V inflatable pad. Part of my overpacking, I have this one and this one. This is the Thermarest Classic Z-Lite. I've cut a couple of panels off of it and then I rounded off the corners because they keep catching on things. This one just helps to provide that extra little bit of warmth. Moving on to my tent system, I purchased the Big Agnes Copper Spur Ultralight one-person tent. This is the tent, this is the Rainfly. It's got some pretty confusing poles, but once you do it a few times and you smack yourself in the face, then enough times you figure it out. And I accidentally packed 2 sets of stakes. These are the ones that came with it. These are my backup stakes because I could not find these, and I thought, did they really not send me stakes with this tent, or did it not come with them? So I brought stakes from another tent, and as I sit here in my hotel room the night before my trail, I realize I have 2 sets. So at my earliest opportunity, I will be dropping these in the mail to go back home. I also bought the corresponding ground sheet that goes with this tent system. For my pack itself, I've got the Granite Gear Crown 2 60-liter pack. Right now I've fallen into the rut of packing my fears. So like I've got 2 sleeping pads and I've got 5 pairs of socks and a little bit of extra of everything, which it would not fit in a 38 liter. So at the last minute I opted for this one. This was the cheapest one I could get. I bought it off some girl on Facebook who had to cancel her hike. It has a removable brain, put it this way. And on it, I've got my camera clip, and then my Garmin InReach Mini will go on it. This pack is just over 2 pounds, and it was pretty affordable. I don't know how well it's gonna hold up or how comfortable it will be because I've never hiked it, but we'll find out. And then for my trekking poles, these are from Black Diamond. I've marked them with my signature color tape so that, you know, when I walk into town, I can just hold them up and be like, give me my box. It looks like this, because I put this tape on all my boxes. These have the cork handles. I don't really know how I'm gonna like these because I've never used trekking poles before, but as with everything else, we're gonna figure it out. And then I, in addition to my backpack, have this baton fanny pack from Cotopaxi. But this thing, you can fit a lot of stuff in. So I'm shocked by how much I can fit in this little sucker. The things that I really had to invest in for this hike were the tent system and the sleeping system, because prior to this, all my other hiking experiences have been with really heavy car camping style equipment. Pretty much everything else that I'm using, I either had on hand or it got on clearance. I've got a little bag of spares. So this is a tent pole splint wrapped in duct tape and athletic tape, some super glue, and some patches for my inflatable sleeping pad, a couple of reusable zip ties, 3 Sawyer Squeeze O-rings, just in case I need some extras, which I've heard you do. I also have my trail potty kit, which consists of a little bit of hand sanitizer, the Deuce Trell, and some toilet paper, and then a Ziploc bag that's been covered in tape to hide all my toilet paper to pack it out. For my food kit, I put all of my items in this little red bag that I got as a kit of 3 from Walmart for $10. They're watertight, airtight, and a heck of a lot cheaper than the Sea to Summit ones. I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket stove. I also have a little lighter. One had swirls on it. This is my pot, and if you're wondering, where did she get that pot? It's not the typical pot that ultralight hikers go for. I actually bought this on eBay. I actually really like this. It's just over 7 ounces, which is really heavy for just a single pot. But this is a wide enough pot that I'm able to kind of fry things in it if I want to get really into it with my cooking. I did go ahead and make a koozie for it with some extra Reflectix material. My Volkswagen bus, I just put new insulation all throughout, and I had a lot of this left over. So I made a little pot koozie so that when I make my food, I can put this up under it to help keep it warm either while it sits or while I eat it. I also have this Talenti jar, which has its own koozie for the purpose of cold soaking and then making coffee and stuff like that. I have this spork, which is also from eBay. It's Vargo titanium. Now it's my favorite thing in the whole world. And then I also have this little pocket knife for cutting things. I've got my Sawyer squeeze, which I've swapped out the cap that came with it for a Smart Water sport cap already. And then I've got 2 of these 1 liters, one with a sport cap, one with a flat cap, a 700 milliliter, and then a 3-liter Camelback bladder, courtesy of my favorite supply specialist. On to the fun part of clothing, starting with my worn gear that I plan to be hiking in every single day. I've got this tank top that I got at REI on clearance, and then I have these Nike running shorts that I got at Goodwill like 2 years ago. I am not a Clemson fan, by the way. Go Bucks. These have seen better days. This will probably be their last trip. And then as a sun shirt to wear over that, I've got this shirt from Eddie Bauer. I bought this one close to 10 years ago, my freshman year of college, from the Eddie Bauer outlet, and it's my favorite. It's really lightweight and breezy, and it doesn't start to stink after it's been worn a while. Another option for worn gear are these trail pants. They're literally the REI Savannah trail pant. I got these from the REI garage sale, so I got them for half off. There's nothing wrong with them. Super lightweight, very good at keeping the sun off of my legs, which is important to me because I burn like a tomato or a lobster. As far as sleeping gear, this is maybe my favorite part of all my clothing, is I've got these merino wool long underwears, the matching pants and shirt. I've got this raincoat from Black Diamond. It's got pit zips and it's really lightweight and stretchy and breathable, but still waterproof. Stormline stretch rain shell. As far as the rest of my rain gear goes, I'm not bringing rain pants or rain mittens or anything like that at this time. This is my puffy jacket. This is a Columbia puffy from Marshalls or TJ Maxx that I bought in 2013. It has also seen better days. You can still buy it at Amazon, and I'll post the link in the description of this video. It's just an all-around great jacket, and I've never been so warm as in this jacket, and it's way cheaper than like the Patagonia or the Arc'teryx jackets. I also have this mid layer. It is my Melanzana microgrid hoodie, which is super warm and cozy and just all around a comfort item. For footwear, I bought the Ultra Timp 2. I tried on the Lone Peaks that everyone's wearing these days, but they were just too wide. They weren't a good fit for me. So I tried these ones on, and I swapped out the inserts for Power Step insoles that I got when I was in the Army. But these are really good because they got the gator traps in the back, so that you can put your gaiters on and hook them on securely. So I've got 4 pairs of these on ice at my mom's house for her to mail to me in various sizes when they inevitably wear out. Then I've got my Dirty Girl gaiters. If you can't tell, I like blue. And then for my socks, I haven't really worked out the fine details of my sock system yet, just because I've never put this many miles and hot miles like in the desert on my feet. These Injinji socks, the toe socks, are a total game changer. Just the way my feet are shaped and how much my feet sweat, like these have proven to be invaluable. I'm not getting the blisters, I'm not getting the moisture buildup in between my toes. I'm just gonna experiment with it, but at the moment I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of socks that I'm taking. These ones are wool socks for sleeping only. Another creature comfort. This is a fun belt. It's like a utility belt that I got off a chalk bag, but I'm bringing it because it's just a really good strap to have if I need to strap something down. But also those REI trail pants I got, after about 3 wears, they start to sag in the rear, specifically when wearing a pack. Like the pack will just push them down. So this flimsy little belt actually does a great job of holding my pants in place so that the pack doesn't try and pants me while I'm hiking. I've got a pair of real thin glove liners. I've got this hat. This is my Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine hat. Reminds me of the bus and Scooby and Shaggy, who are at home, and I miss them. My favorite standard Carhartt. I've got 2 buffs. This one's the insect repellent one, and then this one, which is just kind of fun colors. And this is an actual like bandana that will go with the ball cap to kind of protect my shoulders and neck from the sun. I also have this fantastic umbrella that was a whole $5 at Walmart. I might want some instant shade. This is why my pack weighs 40+ pounds. And then all of those clothing items minus the umbrella are held together in this lovely yellow stuff sack, which is part of the 3-pack I got from Walmart for $10. Almost done. All right, so on to electronics. I'm planning to take a lot of videos, do a lot of video editing, and of course take pictures along the trail. So I had to make sure that I have power. For that, I have 2 different Anker batteries. This one's a wall charger with 2 ports, and it's also a 5,000 unit actual battery pack itself. And then this one's also by Anker, it's 10,000 units. So together I've got 15,000 units of charge. All of my electronics, with the exception of my iPhone, can be charged with this one cord, which is gonna really come in handy later on. So speaking of cords, I've got the micro USB, I've got an iPhone, and I have a second iPhone because I accidentally packed 2. I know every ounce counts, but I plan on keeping these 2 items in my fanny pack with me so that if I need to, I can charge it while I'm hiking, and then keeping this as a backup because I'm very clumsy and I like to drop and lose things and also leave things behind and forget about them. A pair of iPhone headphones, and just a real simple lightweight Apple charger or a wall charger, just in case I get somewhere to a cafe where there's other hikers and I don't have room to put this on the power strip and be that jerk who takes up 3 blocks or 3 plugins for their big beefy charger. So I've got this little one, and then I've also got my camera, which is a Canon Rebel T6, and then on the bottom I have the mount that clips onto my Peak Designs camera clip. That makes it just super easy to go, oop, let's take a picture. With my camera, I've got a wall charger and a spare battery, a set of SD cards, an SD card reader. This awesome little guy. This is a portable radio. That way I can listen to music and see like what's new playing on the radio. I'm curious to see what kind of radio music will take me back to the PCT after this hike. And then all of my electronics get stored in one of the 3-pack from my Walmart kit. And then I also, for my headlamp, I just recently upgraded to the Yuko Nightcore. I got the white one. I know it's gonna be insanely dirty in about 5 seconds when I get out on the trail, but I figured if I'm at a campsite with a bunch of people and I drop it and we don't know who it belongs to, I have the ugly white one. But I got this just so that everything can be charged with the same cord. I don't have to fuss with batteries and having spares and just dead weight like that. What was really important to me in buying this was that it had a red and a brighter red because, oh, my bad. Just from my experience in the Army, I'm like, I can't use white light. I can't do it. Oh, and my Garmin InReach Mini, which is set up with like the medium level subscription. Almost done. I've got a hairbrush. I did bust off the end of this hairbrush. It was heavy. It was just a big grippy rubber thing. So I've got this little hairbrush, a pair of gas station sunglasses. These ones are rose colored, and this retaining strap I got at REI, a bunch of hair ties and a safety pin, a pen, a Sharpie for making hitchhiking signs if it should come to that. I've got my little wallet with my little car on it to remind me of home while I'm hiking. Camp shoes, can't go anywhere without them. All of that totals up to a starting base weight of, I don't care. I'm really not wrapped up in that number. I'm not obsessed with it being under 15 pounds. It's probably more like, if I had to guess, like 17, 18 pounds. 18. But then I also have a lot of food weight, but that's just something I'm gonna have to work through. The setup that I've got is pretty budget friendly. Altogether, I probably spent about $800 on the new gear. Oh, and this guy, that doesn't count this guy. So probably 800 plus this guy. But this is really important, so I didn't skimp. So over 1,000, but I spaced it out over many months. I watched all of REI sales. The backpack I got from some girl on Facebook who had to cancel her hike. Things that are not pictured here are things that are not physically with me right now. They're back in Kentucky with my mom. My beer can, I got the typical Bear Vault canister, the big one, and my micro spikes, waterproof socks, things like that that she'll mail out to me as I move along in the trail. So that's it for my PCT gear list video, what's in my pack. I'm going to be posting videos along the way as I have service and as I have sanity to create the videos. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like this video, just subscribe and like the video, and that will help me to know if I'm doing a good job. This is really just for me to have fun and communicate with my friends and family, and keep them in the loop. If you have any questions about my gear, obviously post in the comments below, and I would be happy to respond. So yeah, I'll see you out on the trail. And now I have to put it all back in the backpack.